So post presets can serve two functions. I think this is a helpful way to think about your post presets when you're deciding how to categorize posts, what to name your post presets, which post presets to create. They will either function to label and categorize different types of posts, or they will function to create saved templates or presets for your post settings. So, things like which social profiles posts go to. And then a lot of times there will actually be overlap between these two. These aren't mutually exclusive, but it'll either serve one of these two functions or both to be able to be useful to you. So for labeling and categorizing, it will help you either see on your calendar or see in the posts you have scheduled that you have a balance of different types of posts or different categories of posts, or it will help you with your reporting when you go to content performance and you're able to see how different post presets or different categories of posts are performing against each other. So, things like being able to see, does my audience like when I give them social media strategy blogs from the Fame Booster blog, or do they like when I give them social media industry news from publications and news articles around the web? And I can label those as two different things when I create the posts that include them and then compare the performance to each other. I'm going to jump out of here quickly and go over to Fan Booster for a moment. So this is the Grade S account. You can see all the post presets are labeled with different colors, and we pretty much have a rainbow going on here. If I was noticing that this entire week was all pink, was all local search news articles, that'd probably be a problem. That means I'm not, putting my fair share of the Grade S blogs out, or, general marketing news articles or other things that my audience wants to see. So I'm not achieving that balance. The other reason these go together like peas and carrots is because I told you guys that they kind of go hand in hand with making your post creation more easy and efficient. So if you click on this, you select the post preset you want to use, it's already going into the correct posting schedule. So you would have a bunch of these. You can link it to whichever posting schedule you want, and I will show you how to do that. Okay, so we've got the purpose of post presets now, the two different ways. You can pick the one that works better for you. Sometimes it's case by case. The thing with post presets is that you really don't need to be stingy with how many you create. You can create as many as you want, and you can get as granular as you want in the attributes that they are, as long as they have one of these two things. So between post presets, there should either be a difference in setting. So like this first one goes to Twitter profiles, this second one goes to Facebook profiles. Like that's a difference in the template settings that you're going to carry over for every post in that preset, or a difference in things that you want to compare to each other. So the first one is, like I said, news articles around the web. The second one is articles from your blog. You want to compare how those perform. Sometimes you want to get even more granular than that and incorporate both of those things. So you might have the first one, news articles I post on Twitter. The second one, news articles I post on LinkedIn. The third one is blogs that I post on Facebook. The other one is blogs that I post on, you can break it down by as many of these cross sections of attributes as you want. And the reason that it doesn't matter how many you have is because they can still funnel into one posting schedule if they have a similar cadence or a similar frequency that you want to publish them on. So all of these post presets may have something to do with news. All of these post presets may all post to Twitter, and I've got my Twitter posting schedule all of these ones on the right over here may all go to LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn posting schedule that is only once a day, and you can organize it like that. Whatever makes the most sense for you. I'm going to jump out of here again and go back to here. And now we're just going to talk about how we create them. So you saw here, it popped up when I went to schedule a post. You have the option here. Or you can also create them in publishing post presets and create a new one, and it will pop up again. So I'm going to call this traject. And then let's say, just for example, when I post traject things, they're usually YouTube videos. So I know that YouTube videos will populate in the link preview on Facebook. And if I need to connect the Greatest LinkedIn to here, so I would also select LinkedIn if that was here. But on Twitter, I know that the link preview doesn't show up. It just shows up as a little ugly link in tweet. The video won't show up. So I'm going to leave Twitter out of this one, and I'm going to do something different with a different Twitter post preset for when I want to share these videos. So these will be traject YouTube links that I only want to post to the correct one. And that's about it. And you can go into it, you can customize the color so you can see that balance on your sheet. And you can customize any of these settings. You can change which profiles it goes to. And these are a few of the other settings that once you change them, it will carry over into creating that really quick, easy to use template for all other posts you want to create labeled with that post preset. And these are all of your options. Okay, so now we're going to go to the posting schedule part. So this is the really exciting news Reggie just shared. You guys are about to get more of these, so you can actually see the value that you'll get from having different schedules going out for different types of things that just make more sense to happen different times of the day. So you'll see I have one for the Grade Us internal posts on Twitter, but also one for curated articles around the web, like I mentioned before. So to create a posting schedule, you're in here, create a new one. This is going to be for those YouTube videos I talked about. But for this one, I want the news articles to go out a couple times a day, but I want some balance. I know asking people to watch a video, it's a really high commitment. So I'm going to just do twice a day for this one. And then you guys will see with the more posting schedules that you're allowed to have, I'll be able to have this one with just the 2 a week running simultaneously with this one that has just a ton of posts every single day. So now I'm still in my traject YouTube videos post preset I just created. If you clicked out of that, and you go to your post presets again, it will be there. You just click on it. Again, go to your settings on the side. You can connect it. If we go back to our funnel image and you have a bunch of post presets funneling into one schedule, connect it to the correct schedule, and that will automatically save. And then when I go back to my calendar and I want to create a post, if I'm creating a post that has videos, the add to queue is already at the next time of those 2 times a week on the YouTube videos posting schedule. So I can let that one fall into place with the queue really easily. with all of the settings that I created. Yet still, at the same time, if I wanted to do local search ones that happen many more times a week on the different posting schedule, that one's going to go out the door almost immediately because that one has a lot more time slots based on it. And then the last part that I'll show you that I mentioned, once you've been creating them, they've been going out the door, they've been all balanced, which you can see with your colors, your labels, is you may want to see how they're performing against each other. So we're going to go to the publishing tab again and go to content performance. Something I like to do just to get a really simple pulse is sort them by engagement, and then you could, depending on how you want to do your metrics, you could do the same with clicks per post. And you can see sorted right at the top. This tells me what people's favorite content is. So they really like the reputation management blogs we do, but before they like any of the blogs, they actually like the local search and the SEO articles the best. And you can kind of, you can use all these different settings, and you can use these insights here, but this is a really quick and easy way to see how they compare to each other. And as well, when you click on individual ones, you can see all the times that post labeled with that category went out, and you can see some reporting information and some insights here.